When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You're listening to The Rod Eccles Show.
Hey
folks, more hypocrisy from the left on full display. I know some of you are probably saying, well, what are you talking about now, Rod? We already know that the left has hypocrisy, and it's always been on full display. Well, this is new and recent, and this has to do with, one, the Koch brothers, two, energy, three, how bad things like coal and natural gas and oil are, and how people who invest in this kind of stuff are just evil. You know, they just want to poison our rivers and poison our air and poison our water and poison our food. But, you know, and we should be happy that Obama and the EPA are trying to crack down on and clean up everything, you know, because, you know, all the, you know, good old capitalists, they polluted everything. You know, they made everything dirt. Well, until you get to, you know, Eastern Europe, then you find that, you know, Russia was probably one of the worst environmental disaster areas on the planet when it was the USSR. And now, you know, we're kind of looking at China being the same way. I know that China's adopted some capitalistic stuff in their economic engine, but the rest of the country, you know, their politics and everything else is still very much communist. And the communists are saying, you know, when they built that Three Rivers Gorge, you know, it was they look at all of the villages that they destroyed. They relocated people. They just said, well, look, you're moving because we're going to destroy this area. We're going to environmentally wreck this area. So you got to move. So, you know, villages where they used to be are now underwater and that kind of thing. So they moved. But the environmental damage in China, according to our environmentalist wackos in the left, is tremendous. But yet, you know, over here, we're still the evil ones because, you know, we're capitalist. But at the same time, so are the left is, well, look at Bill Gates. He's a big lefty. Yeah, he's one of the top 3 in the top 5 wealthiest people on the planet. And Warren Buffett, another one in the top 5, who has all these liberal types of leanings. But, you know, they're out there making money hand over fist. Oh, that's okay, though, because they're liberal. Well, here's another one that is making a big play to make a lot of money, and he's doing it in an anti-environmental type of way when he's out there supposedly supporting, you know, environmentalism and supporting stuff against the Koch brothers, who are supposed to be evil capitalists who only want to poison our air and water and food. Well, George Soros is who I'm talking about, and this is what he's doing. Now, Obama is driving down a coal company stock. He's driving down the price. Why? Because his EPA is out there putting in place all of these new regulations, unelected, unaccountable, you know, these regulations created by unelected and unaccountable bureaucrats who are basically putting the hammer down on coal companies, whether they're trying to dig the coal up or trying to, you know, and send it off someplace to be burned, or if they're trying to build a power plant to burn it, or if they have a power plant that's already burning it. All of these EPA new regulations are going to put the hammer down on all of these coal-related companies, and that is forcing their stock value to plummet. Now, remember, Obama says, well, yeah, sure, go ahead. You know, you can try to build a coal-fired plant, but we're going to bankrupt you. So by bankrupting, you know, he's got to bring down the stock price. And this is one of the things, this is what has happened since the EPA has come out with all these, you know, anti-capitalistic, anti-energy regulations against some of the energy producers in this country. But guess who swoops right in to buy the stock? George Soros. Now, all you lefties out there who claim the Kochs are providing support and monetary whatever for all of these, you know, causes, and the funny thing is if you add up all the money that the Kochs supposedly have been spending in support of libertarian and conservative ideals and PACs and all that kind of stuff, it actually equals more than those guys are worth. But not once does anybody on the left condemn George Soros for spending all the money that he spends on supporting these PACs and websites. He started a whole bunch of them. George Soros started MoveOn.org, and he still supports it financially. But he also supports a whole bunch of others. Now, and the man is already, he's been, accused of monetary, currency manipulation. He's been accused of precious metals, gold and silver manipulation, all to make himself and his family more money. But that's okay because, his heart's in the right place. But progressives, by their very nature, so goes this story, by their very nature, politically and morally corrupt, using fake crises like climate change in order to justify creating regulations for businesses in the private sector to redistribute wealth. Well, it looks like President Obama, the fake Robin Hood, has been using the whole global warming thing to drive coal companies near bankruptcy. Then, conveniently, George Soros swoops in and buys up the stock for insanely cheap prices. Now, how much you want to bet he's going to be able to do just fine with, kind of like Warren Buffett. Whatever Warren Buffett touches really turns to gold. So how much you want to bet that Soros is not going to be touched by all these regulations? How much you want to bet? Because he will supposedly put, money into the coffers of environmentalist things. Kind of like Al Gore with the carbon credits. Now, he's probably going to do something like that in order to offset, the coal plant. But when the coal generating plant, when you pay your electric bill, think about this for a second. If this doesn't make you want to go off the grid and install things like solar panels and wind generating devices and maybe some geothermal, think about this. When you turn on your lights, which causes you to use electricity, which then generates an electric bill, when you pay that electric bill, you might be paying George Soros. Let that sink in for a moment. Now that good old George is buying up some power, you might be paying George Soros. How does that make you feel? Makes me think like I need to go out and put some solar panels on my house, no matter what they cost. Makes me think I need to go put a wind generator on my property, no matter what it costs. Makes me think that I need to install a geothermal heat exchange system, no matter what it costs, so I'm not ending up supporting and paying George Soros every month in my electric and heating and cooling bill. Just saying. You might, this might be a run. It might be a run on alternative energy companies for people to run out after people find out that good old George is going to be receiving their monthly bill. They might be running out trying to change where they're getting their energy from. Look, you can't make this stuff up. So, but of course, now if the Koch brothers were to swoop in and buy all these undervalued stocks in the energy sector, they would be crucified and lambasted and is being called greedy and evil, and they were going to use the money to continue to pollute and poison everybody and blah. But no, George Soros is we'll look the other way. George who? George no, we don't believe that he's evil. He's not really poisoning anybody. But by the way, George Soros is also supports and is involved in GMO stuff. I know a lot of people out there are anti-GMO. I'm not a radical, but I'm for the most part, for most types of foods, I'm also anti-GMO. Not all, but for the most part, I'm anti-GMO. I'd rather know and not buy and eat GMO.